the other one of the top 14.
The women just kind of straight ahead, the men is on the far side.
Beautiful work.
Left door and go to the
Love it.
Hi.
Look at that gorgeous curve work. Those are beautiful. You always got to appreciate the details on these mosaics. Never seen a Metroid one before. That's new. God, that's huge. Got to appreciate the scale. Fascinating color work, too.
I'll try next. He's got two. Oh, there's three. It's a really good draw on that thing. Thank you. Try?
Pop culture vignettes, it says. Let's see. Snow White, Wizard of Oz. That appears to be Interstellar. Dune. Star Wars, Mission Impossible. Indy. Dark Knight. Spider-Man 2. Iron Man 1. Avengers. Civil War. Is that Spy Kids? I honestly have no idea what the Christmas tree one is. Guardians. And two that are labeled How I Met Your Mother.
They're all, are they eating shawarma? Yeah, they are. It's all the Avengers.
Plus a Spider-Man pointing meme. What's the one with the Christmas tree?
It's from the Hawkeye series.
Ah, okay. Hawkeye series, apparently. Don't miss the mini kit. Gosh, album cover vignettes. I'm not even going to pretend to know all of these. I got Master of Puppets. But most of these are probably beyond me. Choose your starter. Or your fighter. Oh, even more. What do we got here? We got a Mudkip, Cyndaquil, Nose Pass. Nose Pass? Yes. Okay, I guarantee you most of you are too young to remember this, but this is the LEGO Technics Supercar, which back in the very early 90s was the most advanced Technic model that LEGO had. Okay, walk me through it.
So in the front and the rear, it is an all-wheel drive system. You have a reinforced front and rear differential.
All right.
This is the bread and butter of the machine. In a normal car, you just have your drive gear, which is usually a pinion, and your differential. When this one is trying to rotate in this direction, there's a downward force on this differential.
Sure.
The wheels are providing resistance. The opposite reaction is this gear wants to move up, and it can't. The axle is stopping that from happening.
Right.
The axle rubs against the housing, spin it fast enough, create enough friction, you get friction welding. You'll notice I've added these two gears here.
Mm-hmm.
They're exactly 180 degrees opposed. you're balancing the torque on the gear on both sides.
Gotcha.
You solve the torque issue, you solve the friction issue. By solving that issue, no lubricants, no bearings, 31 miles an hour.
Wow.
The other huge benefit is because of that frictionless design, I can spin this front tire right here.
Right.
And if you look at that one, they're both going and they're just coasting. There's almost no friction in this entire design.
That's damn impressive.
I've also built this thing so robustly, you can stick your hand in the air intake and you can hold the car up. So I can carry it around like this, or if I want to grab it from the bottom, I can grab it from the bottom. And at 31 miles an hour, this duct right here will create about 300 grams of downforce.
Oh, wow.
Functional aero on the car.
That's really impressive.
I've tried to do my best to have a skid plate on the bottom that is aerodynamically efficient.
I noticed the very flat underbody, yeah.
And I'm working on a diffuser right now.
Okay. How long did this take you?
So I'll blow your mind really quick. I put that together in 3 hours.
3 hours.
This is 4.5 years of R&D.
I can imagine.
Once I understood and found all of the concepts, replicating it took almost no time at all. But getting here, I probably have had $1,000 worth of pieces that I've broken, that I've friction welded together.
Oh, really?
It's been.
Oh, you weren't joking about the friction welding.
Oh no, yeah, you'll melt the ABS plastic to where two pieces are now one. Especially going at these speeds, there are certain parts of the drivetrain that are spinning over 3,000 RPM. And if you do that for an extended period of time,
sure,
and you don't have anything like the torque balancing, if an axle's rubbing against any kind of a housing that it's in,
right,
you're going to generate an incredible amount of friction, and it becomes a when am I going to create friction welding, not if you are. By removing the motor, you're going to get about 1 kilometer an hour faster. It's not that noticeable, but for looks and for styling, I keep it in there. In there, you'll notice right where the engine's supposed to be, that's where the GPS is, and this is how I verified all of my top speeds.
Wow. Thanks for the showcase.
Yeah.
All right, if you went to the University of Minnesota East Bank campus, enjoy. I hope you had a good time there, because that is a very detailed replica of your college education. Don't think this convention has forgotten about you Bionicle fanboys. I know you're out there. And I could only dream of creating some of these when I was a teenager. I am mostly going to be skipping over these scenes for the sake of time, but there are plenty like this here. Alright, if you are a plant nerd, this is for you. Beautiful scene from Moana. I am more attracted to this bird mosaic here. Always like these art pieces. There is indeed always a bigger fish. All it needs is the DeKalb logo. Some more Bionicle mechas for your viewing pleasure. There's always a whole host of Pokemon here, but Cresselia is a new one. That is one I have not seen before. If you were a Power Rangers kid, plenty here for you too. Hey, that's where we are. Along with what I'm pretty sure is the ugliest building I've ever seen. Not the model, the actual building. This is why I say I'm mostly going to be skipping over the scenes for your sake. It's not that they're not impressive. It's that I would be here all day. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Including your guide. Just to give you a sense of the scale of this thing, we've gotten down that aisle. And there is so much more. Landmarks of Wisconsin, if that's your jam. Recognize a couple of these, but not many. Not much of a cheesehead. Tough to forget the Milwaukee Art Museum, though. It's amazing the thematic fusions that people will come up with. Here you can see we have a steampunk USS Enterprise. No word on whether he's still hungry, but I think we can guess. It's not often you see Bionicle mechas lit up. In the grand scheme of things, that's pretty unique. Okay, I can't resist including this scene because this is another one for the 90s kids. Your Ice Planet and your M-Tron. That was a time. Petals of the Mind, it says. That is a thing of beauty. Okay, if you've never seen one of these are made with slanted pieces so that from one angle you see one thing, and then as you shift, you see something else. A few interesting things back here. I like the look of that mecha hand on the right. Okay, if you guys have never seen this, you're in for a treat. This whole thing, from there all the way down there, is called the Great Ball Contraption. And people come up with all sorts of wild and wonderful things. Those little black and yellow knobs back there are from a very, very old Lego Technic motorized Tyrannosaurus Rex. And the reason they're used here is because I believe this is the only analog speed adjustment for motors that exists within Lego. Here we have a ski chairlift using pneumatic hoses to connect all these. Those are still official Lego parts. Here we have little googly-eyed robots that pick up their balls and spin them around. The part that always amuses me are these very large conveyor belt arches that they have to build just so that people can walk in and out of the machine. Some people even choose to make them into little art pieces. Not sure how to describe it, but I almost get a phobia from this. That's one of the biggest modules I've probably ever seen at this. You can see them coming in one at a time and very, very slowly making their way up the conveyor. Here we have a robot sumo competition. Hey there. I love the shattered ice effect. Beautiful. For those not in the know, this is a building technique known as studs not on top. And yes, that does abbreviate to SNOT. Beautiful little art piece. Bit too reminiscent of my education, but a beautiful little art piece. There are always some very unique looking spaceships here. This one apparently a futuristic gas freighter. Love the sand green color choice. Here we have some very H.P. Lovecraft inspired sculpture work, complete with short stories / poetry. I apologize for the difficulty in getting the nature of these details into a YouTube video. Imagine transporting this. Like, seriously, put any of these in a car or a box. I do not know which Final Fantasy these hail from. If you do, tell me. Beautiful regardless. I love the raindrop effect on this one. You don't see that too often. The dude we met at the entrance. Sir meows a lot. Hey there. Gosh. Another thing you don't see too often. A discontinued Lego line called Modulex. I don't know how well this comes through on the camera, but these things are tiny. Hard to get that detail at this scale without them, though. Another fun little genre mashup. Where else but here? Oh gosh, there's more. We have an Octan Wally, a medieval Wally. Not sure what this one is. Gingerbread Wally, I guess. Dragon Wally. Pirate Wally. Blacktron Wally. And old space theme Wally. And then, of course, classic Wally with a bit of disco flair. Another cityscape I will mostly be skipping over for time's sake, but it's hard not to appreciate the scale of this thing. Goodness. I always enjoy the Bionicle and standard system fusions like this. One-winged angel. See, this Final Fantasy I know. Another of Ahsoka for you Clone Wars fans. And one of Monkey D. Luffy for the One Piece fans, like me. Some absolutely gorgeous close-ups of animal eyes here. I love the color work on the owl. Reshiram and Zekrom for the Gen 5 fans. And of course, plenty of trains for the train nerds. I am not a train nerd. I know you might be thinking, you play Factorio, how are you not a train nerd? This is the kind of train nerd that geeks out over individual locomotive make and models. I like my trains to go from point A to point B. Now that is a beautiful piece of work. Gorgeous. Some beautiful Japanese mosaics. And a Japanese garden beneath.
Is that your own design?
Yes, the whole thing is my own design, and it is like an actual book. The whole thing does close, and so it's like as close as you can get to a real book with very rigid Lego pieces. That's incredible. Yeah, that's an actual book.
Yes.
Gonna have to look up Gravity Falls when I get back. Some of you may have seen a Lego PC before, but I bet you've never seen one this thematic. And of course, can't forget the vendors that make this whole thing possible. If you need custom minifigures or old retired sets, there are plenty of people here to help you out. The holy grail for many people. Remember the a la mode. I didn't make that up, that's what it's called. Now that is a heck of a tree sculpture. My goodness. Okay, I saw this from a ways off and knew I had to get this one. Absolutely massive shiny Gyarados. It's hard to even get it in frame. Number of interesting vehicles here. Very liberal use of studs not on top building techniques. Waning Crescent, it's called. That's a very unique ship design. Haven't seen anything quite like that before.
Why don't we tell them to meet us at the
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too.
You will want to view this video at the highest resolution you can because it is really tough to see all of the details involved. Probably even at 4K. I guess we'll find out when we go to edit it. The Dream Machine and the totems from Inception. Here we start to get into the video game weapons, beginning of course with Halo. Super shotgun and shells from Doom Eternal. One from Cyberpunk. This one in back is from Titanfall. This is one of those ones that comes through a lot better on camera than it does in person. That is a gorgeous piece of work. I would hang that up on my wall. Supposedly, no internal steel supports, which for something that huge is a very impressive feat. A fine addition to my collection. Damn. Jeez.
Yes.
Good kitty. So these are all twists on an existing set, which is a fall-themed centerpiece. There are plenty more flowers to go along with it. Complete with Gandalf leaping down onto an eagle. Every single room detailed. And the minds of industry beneath it. If you want an Andor mosaic for your wall, free building instructions for any of these. Not an official set, which is too bad because that is a heck of a display piece. Sadly, I have yet to play this game. Sadly, I also have yet to play this game. Factorio eats up a ton of time. This is an interesting twist on the mosaic idea. Just a whole legion of quilt patterns. What appears to be the Nebuchadnezzar from the Matrix. What follows is an absolute boatload of Toho. And then he was a beautiful butterfly. Now there is a childhood memory unlocked. My goodness. Always wear your wrist strap, kids. Yeah, we can't go without featuring this one, can we? The wardrobe from Narnia. That's cool. Helldivers 2. Some really intricate detail work on these. Very subtle curve across the front of the dragon torso. I see some minifigure arms under the eye here in the head. And beautiful cloud work. Jaller and Gecko for the Bionicle lore nerds. I love the wire work on the wings here. The quad at my alma mater. Welcome home, huh? And then the engineering quad up here. Fun fact, those sidewalk patterns were originally made with satellite imagery, seeing the paths people took through the snow, and then everybody ignores them anyway. Any 2000s era BioWare RPG fans?
Oh, look, and there's some crayons.
I like the sail work on this one. Just a very nice, elegant curve. Dating myself here, but Spyrius was an It theme when I was a kid. I have several of the sets in the background. It is neat to see a more modern twist on it. Oh look, it's part of how I got here. Along with the Blues Brothers and Batman.